Welcome to this Friday session for NASDAQ. Let's be very disciplined, very detached, and follow exactly the system. So we have an unmitigated orb high, an unmitigated orb low. This is the first 15-minute bar we're looking at right here. There's 3 bars, 5-minute bar, as you could see. Highs, lows, we have overnight highs, and we have an unmitigated orb high, right, at the same price, but the orb high for the first 15-minute highs is below overnight highs. That could be a weak sign. So I'm waiting to get a signal from my software before I'm going to execute anything, and then I'll go in and follow it, and I'll only trade here on the mirror trading account. I'll execute with you, okay? So I'm only going to sit here, focus, trade with you, keeping it simple, trade for 5-10 minutes, and then gonna be done. I know it's Friday. I know it's the first trading day of kind of like the month and the new year. So again, we have no really big news coming in. We have nothing to really be aware of. I mean, we have some, but it's not really important. Nvidia is pushing almost 3%. As you can see, QQQ is up 1%. Let's just check Apple here. So Apple is up also 2%. So market is actually moving up. The stocks are. So let's see here. Still waiting on to see progress below or progress above. Then I'm just going to follow exactly the SR fallback reversal and the orb. I'm going to be very disciplined here. I don't want to do anything stupid. Let's just see here, just checking if everything should work. Yeah, it should work. If you wanted to watch this in better quality, you could tune in here, and then you could click the right corner. It's like a settings, and then you can click equality, and then it's always on 360. It's on auto. That's very bad. You have to change the quality when you're watching me trading, and you're also going to get real-time data. So you have to change this to 180. So change it to 180 so you can actually see what I'm doing, because my screen is so sharp, and when I'm watching myself, it's also extremely sharp. Okay, it's very important. So now we are having an orb long, and I want to go in long. So I'm going to buy the market here. I'm doing a light position long. Just following my own system. Going to keep it extremely simple. I want to have my stop loss here at 550. And I want to have my first TP at around 700. Let's just see here. So I went long. Managed to buy the NASDAQ here below 600. My first target is here, my second target is here, and my third target is right there. So let's see if we're gonna have some progress on this one here. I'm not gonna target all the way back to TP3. If I can get it back to TP1, I'm all good. Stop loss is below this candle here. So it's placed at 514. As you know, normally I will always like to short this market here and then probably short it back. But today I'm just gonna follow the orb. We've been seeing previous resistance around 600, 630, where things is really correcting itself. Well, let's see if it managed to come back to 700. I'm just following a rule-based system that I've been backtesting. That's simply why I went long. There's nothing wrong with going short, as I always myself would do. I will always take a short here, but it's breaking out. So there's no turning around for now. And that's simply why I still have a long position and I went long, okay? I opened on my mirror trading account. Let's see if it's actually gonna come back to 612. So now it's pushing and we long, guys. Great trade. You know what? Should we call it a Friday and just exit here? Maybe we should. You know what, guys? I'll just like to exit here if it breaks out. Let's see here. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'd like to follow in and out. We could have a set and forget approach. I just have to be a little bit careful due to this Friday session here. Let's see, will it push or will it get rejected? So we are 21 minutes over and we've been seeing progress to the upside, but then market is correcting itself a bit here. Let's see. I still think it could go back to 36. I mean, these highs over here, the previous highs, we've been seeing orb high, orb low. We've been seeing things is getting rejected every time it reaches orb high. Not much progress, to be honest. It just got back there and then it corrected itself. So it's an orb, but maybe no progress or little progress. How we trade this is, as I told you, always a short. But let's see if this is going to work out. It could turn red and then start selling back to previous day's lows. Then it might give me an SR short. Still long. Lots of selling pressure here. So what is really my strategy? My strategy is when things is pushing very hard, like we saw here, and we're matching some previous highs, I'm always shorting it. That's my normal strategy. Let's see if this is gonna go back. Still long, guys, nothing have changed. Just following the trend, following the system. We've been getting a lot of longs here previously around these highs where it's been a fake out. Let's see. DAX is strong. DAX is pointing down, pointing up, sorry. Let's just see Dow. Dow is sold off, coming back. What about US 500, S&P 500? That's also giving a long now. We have a long on S&P also. Doesn't have to work on the Nasdaq. But let's see. Stop loss is at stop 1, and I will exit everything if it goes below. So I'll reduce my position probably 50%, and then I'll exit the rest here. If it goes up here, I'm planning to reduce half and then hold the rest for TP2 and TP3. So let's see. We could also scalp. I don't want to sit too long and watch these market movements. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I could publish this trade if you want. It's the same entry. Let's see here. It's based on the orb. Orb long, okay. Not much progress, but it's still pointing up. It's still pretty strong. Still waiting to see we're gonna have momentum. I'm basically just following my own system. That's it. Nothing else. I mean, DAX was rallying really hard previous session, and Nasdaq actually sold off. So DAX was very crazy, but Nasdaq sold off. So let's see if DAX and Nasdaq is going to follow each other today. Strong push. So when did we actually finish? I mean, it rallied for 1 hour straight, right? DAX. Let's see if Nasdaq is going to rally a bit more. Nope, doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to work. But it could turn here still. Boring. So right after we've been giving this orb long, it actually rallied 55 points, 50 points. So maybe I should build a new strategy saying orb, 50 points take profit, 50 points stop loss. I think it's going to have a very high win rate, because they're trying to push out many people that went short, but also many people actually also went long. That's why they're doing these tricky things here, where they're pushing it and then they're selling it back. As long as they don't sell it back to 515, then we all good. Ugh, it's taking forever. I mean, it is going up and it is still looking okay strong. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with going along here and basically just following the strategy. We just have to be aware of these previous resistant levels around 600, 550. I mean, we've been seeing it before many times that the market is correcting itself. Couple of 100 points, 300 points from where we just went along. Okay, that's the only thing I'm saying. but many people can also see that, right? They're not blind. They can also see that this is here we've been selling off from. So the question is always, will it do it again? Maybe, but then it might want to take out a lot of position first. So if it's gonna go very heavy down, then I want to see a big push first. And then if it's doing what we're seeing right here, it doesn't really look like it's gonna go down. It just looks like it's gonna go up. So, but if it's sold off like immediately, so this is how I normally view it. If it's selling off, then it's not gonna go down. Then it's gonna turn, and it's gonna try to take more people in short before it's gonna turn. If it's really gonna dump hard, if it's gonna push it. That's kind of like how I view it. Same with the DAX. It pushed too much compared to the other indexes for no reason, and then it corrected itself. So yeah, I kind of like understand how this price action works. So we went in right here at like 94, right? Let's see here. But I don't want to overcomplicate anything when I'm trading. I like to keep it very simple. Guys, you know what? I'll just exit this one here and then call it a session. So I've now exited my position. I don't want to overcomplicate anything. I want to go on weekend. So let's just exit now. Here we go. Closed. Yeah, thank you guys. I mean, you're more than welcome to hold your long. You could do that. That's fine. I still think it's going to push to here. I still think it's going to rally. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm just here to tell you it's an orb long. And I went in and I made money and I'm walking away now and I'm pretty happy with today's results. I'm up way over 10%. So I'm done and I'll see you on Monday. Gonna be very disciplined, follow my system for my mirror trading account. Tomorrow, I think, yeah, you could see it on Vantage app. You can see my performance if you don't think I'm real, because you saw I was really losing a lot of money. I was in a huge drawdown. So then you could see how much I'm up tomorrow morning. And yeah, have a great weekend and take care.